Hi, my name is Sabrina Keller, and for this week with biographies, I'm going to be showing you a book I found in the library. It's Jackie Robinson. It's a biography about him, and it's from Lola M. Schaefer. And I think it's really cool because it's actually part of a series called the First Biographies, which is actually biographies made for children. So I enjoyed it because I thought it would fit perfectly with little kids to read them to it. Because sometimes biographies can be pretty large, and I know kids may think that they're daunting or too hard for them, but I was really impressed by how simple the author made this, especially for kids. So here's an example of the first page. And I love how it actually has a timeline at the very bottom of it. I think it's really cute and clever. But it shows a picture of Jackie Robinson when he was born in 1919. Talked about his family was poor. They moved to California to make it a better life. So you can tell like already that this biography is about Jackie Robinson. And Jackie Robinson was the first African American to play in Major League Baseball. And I think it's really impressive because it shows you more about his life with great pictures. And I would say it definitely fulfills the 7 characteristics for evaluating biographies, which are good literature, subject, accuracy, distinguishing between fact and fiction, primary sources, photos and illustrations, and reader appeal. So for the first part, where it says good literature, I would say yes, it is good literature because it gives stories important to Jackie Robinson's life and information that gives the audience a realistic perspective on who he was. Like in this book, I actually had no idea that he was just a sports star, and it looked like from this, like he's not just playing baseball. It looks like, from me, my perspective, that he's doing track, which I had no idea that he did anything but baseball. And it says he won several awards, left college to earn more money for his family, and I didn't know some of these facts, so I thought that was actually pretty interesting and easy for kids to remember. Subject, it's worth reading about. He was the first African American to play baseball in the major leagues, so yes, he's a historic person in our history, and also deals with racism at that time and how African Americans could not play on major league teams, as it actually says in one of the pages right over here, which is actually pretty great to show kids that. Accuracy, it's really accurate because it gives good facts and information about the racism of the time. It mentions how he was treated poorly due to since he was an African American, and tells the results of his life, like what happened afterwards, meaning that like he was elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1962, which I think is pretty great. Fact and fiction. This characteristic was a little iffy because since it's just for kids, like I know it talks about fact, but it does not necessarily distinguish specifically between fact and fiction. More just tells important little facts that children would be interested to read. So since it's for kids, I think it's okay. Primary sources, in the back of the book, it just mentions a few websites. It does not go over primary sources, meaning like journals or specific letters from, say, Jackie Robinson, but the information I would say is still accurate all the same. The photos and illustrations, which I have shown, I think are actually pretty great and give a pretty accurate representation of Jackie Robinson. As you can see, that's like him and his family, and it mentions that in one of the pages. I think overall the pictures do fulfill the requirement to assist with the credibility of the text because they're real pictures of Jackie Robinson during his lifetime, and they do actually fit with what the text is saying. And the last characteristic, reader appeal, I think it is great because it's simple, easy to understand, and perfect for children, specifically meant for children to read. And it actually, I thought was cool because it actually tells words to know at the end and like read more. And it also shows like the word count and like what level the kids should start reading them. So I think it's really great, easy for kids to get into it, and I think it's awesome. So I hope you guys can look more into the first biography series. I hope you guys like my presentation. Maybe you guys can get into reading these simple biographies for kids too. And nonetheless, thank you and have a great day.